I was hoping to test it, but my arrival was delayed by word of the ogre attack. I haven't been able to find anyone to venture up the mountain since.
I could go up the mountain for you.
Really? That'd be wonderful. I just have to adjust the device, you see.
Her hands move swiftly over the box, adjusting knobs and dials.
It should point you toward metal deposits. We already know the battery rests on some rich veins, but I was hoping to get a reading of the surrounding mountainside. If you can follow the readings to ore and bring back a sample, I can use it to refine the device. Thanks ever so much for this.
Anytime. Alright, use her device to track down precious materials outside of the battery. Fish makes you smart. Alright, let's have a talk with the people that have taken this poor dwarf's trinket. Andra's shieldsman has nothing to say to me. Neither is that guy or that person. Veins course under this woman's pale skin like icy fissures, yet when she speaks, her voice flows warm and soothing. Andra welcomes you into her embrace, her features soften with compassion. We're here to ease the pain of your past, ready to take your burdens. With a thin smile, she nods. If you let the goddess help with your hardships, of course. I want to ask about Orlan's heirloom. The dwarf already asked. We gave him the counsel he needed. Slight irritation sharpens her tone. She seems to catch herself, modulating her voice back to a pleasant timbre. And naturally, we'll do what we can for you, too. Ask what you will. Orlan wants his medallion back. She brings her hands together and nods. Ah, Orlan, how often we let the shadows of the past become a burden, even to others. That medallion, it weighs on Orlan's mind. You're kind to help, but what he really needs is to cast away those memories. Isn't that for him to decide? He did. He understood the solace that the goddess can give to those like him. It was explained to him that you may have second thoughts, but one does not withdraw something offered to a goddess. In time, the memories fade, and they come to see the wisdom of their original pledge. His belongings, his past, now rest in Andra's realm, to be forgotten so that the wounds of the soul may heal. That is the will of the goddess. I wonder what the village's leader would have to say about that, because something about this whole operation feels very shifty to me. You don't think we act in accordance with the local customs? The village knows we're here to help the unfortunate, like Orlan. They trust us. Let's suppose Orlan has moved on. Tell me where his heirloom is. He hasn't, and that's the point. Laughter crosses her arms. Besides, you have no authority here. I can keep asking for a long time. A flash of color invades the priestess's pale skin. I see there is no dissuading you, and you seem... She glances you over. A person of will. Very well. Orlan's heirloom was taken by Ixley, maybe. Chosen gift bearer among us, to be cast away as an offering to Andra. Only he knows where. She pauses and looks at you intently. You could ask him yourself, but he's on a trek through the mountains of Durgan's Battery. If you run into Ixley, tell him he has urgent duties to attend to here. Excuse me. Get another drink. This always happens on Mondays. Because I'm spending my Mondays reading out loud. Or my weekend reading out loud. Tell me about your gift bearer. Ixley had business near Durgan's Battery. Those mountains are dangerous. If you insist upon carrying out this request of Orlan's, that's where I'd search for answers. It's hard to believe that only the gift bearer knows where Andra's offerings are cast away. Is it? Our goddess frees us from our earthly burdens. It's best if only one of us knows where they are taken, lest we all end up suffering under her weight. Let me ask you about something else. Was there something else you wanted to talk about? Tell me about Andra. Andra is a goddess of redemption, deep like an ocean and gentle as a mother. She's here to relieve her children of their darkest burdens. We came here to aid the villagers, to heal the wounds of the past that fester in their souls. I thought Andra was a goddess of loss and mourning, not redemption. That's, Priest crosses her arms and shifts her weight. Common notion. Others may believe so, but the goddess's mysteries are profound. Her true power lies in redeeming your loss and regret. Yeah, there's something shady going on with this priest. I want to know about the gift bearers. Gift bearers do Andra's most valued work. They carry the material burdens of unfortunate souls into her embrace so that the goddess may help them forget. Farewell. Alright, we got a quest, but definitely something weird going on here. A young man dressed in sturdy leathers glares at you. The creases in his face, tan despite the scarce sunlight of the region, suffer a slight twitch as you approach him. I've got nothing for you. Speak with laughter if you must. He turns away, his nose wrinkled. Not very social, are you? Okay. Save it. And nothing new to say to you. We gotta find your little thing. Uh-oh. As you step outside, the heavy wooden door of the temple slams shut behind you. You hear someone barring it from the other side. It sounds like the priests have engaged in an agitated conversation. You get the sense that they're discussing you, but you're also certain that the door is too thick to eavesdrop through. Although there may be other places nearby where you'd stand a better chance. Over here. I can't believe this. How could you? The wooden shutters of the temple's window close tight, muffle a set of voices coming from within the building. Can't quite make sense in a murmur, but cracking a shutter open would likely help. A rusty iron latch holds the window shutters closed. With care, you should be able to unfasten it without being noticed. Unfasten the latch. You carefully begin to lift the latch from its metal hook. Halfway there, the rusted iron resists with a screech. You freeze, listening to the voices in hopes the priest didn't hear. Their conversation continues uninterrupted. Pour some oil on the latch. You grab the latch and apply just the right amount of oil, nudging the metal until its rust gives way without a sound. Carefully, you pull the window shutters open enough to let the voices through. You hear a man speaking, his tone agitated. You do that? Hope the mountains will do it. What if Ix... His sentence cuts off as if the man was speaking to all sides of the room. Suppose he tells them instead. What then? You recognize Lafta's voice responding. Why would he? With all those dangers near the battery, our gift bearer won't delay. I expect... Man interrupts her. You always expect. Look where that's taken us. A dying village, ogres at the walls. Ixtli's not back yet, now I have to do his peh. His voice drops and cedes, muffling what he has to say. After a moment, Laughter replies, Do you think I wanted this? That I could have known in advance? A pause ensues, his tension growing until the priestess's voice cuts in half. We can't wait for him. We must fish out the last batch quickly. After that, we'll decide. The man responds in a broken voice, barely audible. You only distinguish the last words. In that russet wood pond, I'll go. Their exchange seems to end. Cautiously, you step away from the window of Andra's temple. Russet wood pond. Hey, it's that guy. Hey, there's loot I didn't take. Find a gift bearer or search the waters of the russet wood. Alright. So yeah, definitely something up with them. Timberwolf. Alright, let's move up here. Let's see what else is happening in this town. Eudoran. Orlan bows to you. Ah, the adventurer who saved the village. So good of you to visit my humble wagon. I am Eudoran. How's business? He gestures at the village around him. Poor, like this place, not much coin to be made trading in furs and fish. I came to the White March because I assumed there would be no competition, and I have none because there's nothing to compete over out here. Would you like to trade? If you're not making any money out here, why do you stay? His eyes lower. I was rather vocal about my inevitable success with my friends and family. If I gave up and returned with little more than I had left, then... His hands ball in a fist. No, it won't be like that. I'm not giving up yet. Show me what you have for sale. Exceptional hunting bow, raiment of whale's eyes, light armor. Grants mirror image when hit by a critical hit. Plus 25 defense against charm, confusion. Plus 10 against dominated. Damage resistance 3. Meh. Monk outfit. Frequently worn by practitioners of unarmed combat, this outfit is light and durable. Tundra clothing. It's just regular clothing. Ultimate hat of alluring perfection. Plus 2 might, plus 2 constitution, minus 2 intellect, minus 2 resolve. That's a no-go. Rufix watchful cloak Mach 2. Plus 2 enemies needed to flank, plus 2 perception. I could buy that for like for Zahua, but I'm not going to right now. Ring of Deflection, Riona's Buckle, plus 5 accuracy when below 50 endurance, plus 20 defense against disease and poison. Gauntlets of Accuracy, plus 5 accuracy. I'll buy them. Scrolls, traps. I just used the pry bar. I'm going to buy one of them. Actually, I'll buy all this stuff, because why not? Just throw it in the old stash. And that's all I need. Plus 5 accuracy. Plus 2 dexterity. Minus 20 major fatigue, plus 5 gauntlets of accuracy, minus 4 over Bringer's Solace. So that kind of negates the accuracy penalty he was getting from whatever that is he has equipped. But apparently he's tired. You are tired. We need to go to an inn and sleep at some point. We'll find one soon enough. I do, while I'm here, have one other thing I want to do. Where are you at? Sagani. I'm not using them, they're just taking up space. I'm gonna get rid of them.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's head up here. Let's head up to Thrisk's house. Actually, he's up on a ridge. We'll come back.
Sure.
Excuse me. These smelters haven't seen use in a long time. Hammer and chisel. Okay, that takes me to Long Watch Falls. Excuse me. You have a lot of chests. That one's real big.
It must be soon. 2 days, no more.
The shaft of each spear is splintered and broken, each of them held together only by tightly bound leather straps. These necklaces have been made from the teeth and claws of various predators, wolves, bears, and lions. This dwarf is busy staring into the fire, slowly puffing away on his pipe. As you greet him, he's visibly startled and his pipe clatters to the floor.
Sorry. Didn't hear you come in. My ears aren't what they used to be.
He stoops, wincing, to retrieve his pipe. When he rises again, he has a hand against his side. Who are you?
I'm Thiersch. I've lived here long enough that Kith have started calling me the Old Hunter. And that's about all I can say for myself.
I have some questions.
Coming to your elders for advice, is it? What can I do for you?
Can you tell me about Stowart?
Well, I can tell you it won't be here much longer if things go on as they are. With the mines closed, we've lost what put us on the map in the first place. We're losing people every month. Too many mouths to feed and not enough to support them. Even the game's dwindling. I've been lucky. I've hides and horns enough to keep the traders happy, but now the ogres are picking the rest of us off.
What can you tell me about the ogres? Oh, you're going to stop reading. Only that they've been coming down in force again and again, trying to drive us out or kill us outright.
The moment we started looking into Durgan's battery, it was like we'd kicked a hornet's nest. You made a good showing against that last group, by the way. I think you've given them reason to think twice about coming back.
Why is the hunting so poor?
It's been a colder season than usual, and the elk herds aren't faring well. We're stuck fighting with the ogre clans and the wolves over what's left. Not to mention the occasional beast. We've lost a lot of young hunters.
Has the legacy struck Stowart as well?
It has. We had some hope in the early days that we'd be spared, isolated as we are. That hope died in a hurry. Not everyone's been so unlucky, of course. You'll see a few pampered sprats around.
Treating them like precious stones won't see them grow up any faster, if at all. The sudden sorrow in his feature belies his soft laughter. Must have some interesting hunting stories. I love swapping tails. Anybody have a pipe?
Long hours checking snares and waiting out elk, mostly. Used to hunt some of the big ones. Bear, stelgare. But up here, it comes down to necessity. Which means keeping Stalwart fed, or else keeping it safe. Thing is, the last hunt didn't go so well. As you can see.
How'd you get injured?
Wasn't the ogres, I can tell you that. Put a few arrows in one of those and they generally have the good sense to back off. But I've been hunting this wolf for near a year now. A man-eater. Cunning, nasty thing. Every time I get close, it just slips away.
She's a man-eater.
The beast has already claimed many lives. The first victim was my son, Saldrin.
Thirst looks down at his pipe for a moment, features hardening. Sawa leans in eagerly. Go on. Thirst furrows his brow a moment, but continues anyway. Don't mind him, he's weird.
Got the better of me this last time. Distracted me long enough for one of its kin to turn up. Nearly bit me clean in half. I'm a few weeks out from trying again.
Hey Maddox, how you doing? You said this thing's a wolf?
No ordinary wolf. A monster. This creature is big. And I see the signs it leaves behind. The mess it made to the last couple of hunters and the elk.
I'm doing good, I can't complain. So far, this week is much better than last week. It's early yet, but I'll take what I can get.
Doesn't always finish its meals. Damn thing might be sick. Might have a bullet in its jaw. Something. In any case, it needs to be put down.
Where is this beast?
It roams the russet wood out to the west. Seems to have decided the lake is a good place to find prey. Yeah. It's picked off some scattered ogres from time to time. But mostly it's been going after hunters, travelers.
Can you tell me about your previous encounters?
Nothing to tell. Near misses, all of them. One time he clambered right up the cliffs to avoid my snares. Another time, he chased a bear into my camp.
Smart little thing, or big thing.
I nearly had him once. I could hear him below, eating, and I had the gun aimed right for him. Until the wind changed.
That's shit luck.
He charged headlong into the tree to get at me. Nearly knocked me off my perch. And when I righted myself, he was gone.
I'm a hunter myself. I can track this wolf for you.
It needs doing. But I warn you, this beast is not to be trifled with. It must make its lair somewhere to the west. If you mean to go there, keep your wits about you. Watch yourself on the mountain. In these lean times, everything looks like prey to something.
Don't worry, I'm the king of trifling with things I shouldn't be trifling with. Alright, so, got a wolf. The quests are starting to line up. We'll just take the meat out of his barrel. He won't
Zawa,
mind.
you mind if I borrow some of that Malkachoa?
You are searching for insight?
Nah, I was just gonna feed it to Durance while he was sleeping and pretend to be the ghost of Aethys.
I also have a pepper that will make him think he is being slowly devoured by a great serpent, if you are interested.
Good times, good times. Stout Hot Springs. Oh, shit. Lots of pretty flowers. It's like the house finally stopped burning. You'll have to talk with Renegild. I'm just a messenger.
Don't see the harm. Building's thirsty work. Figured you'd be out of here in a flash after the fighting died down. Most people don't stick around after they figure out the ogres are making regular visits.
Did you not see what I did to the ogres?
I would have helped fight them monsters off, you know. If I didn't think I'd just get in the way. And with you there to handle things, everything turned out well enough, didn't it? Don't see why Havrick's still sour at me.
What's this about Havrick?
Oh, Havrick's the innkeeper over at the Grave's Rest. I may have been hiding in the inn when the fighting started. The raid didn't improve his disposition any. Did you know he has a whole case of Fenland liquor in there?
No.
I keep offering to buy it off him, but he says he's saving it up for when the battery's open again. As if we're gonna last that long. Anyhow, he said he'd thrash me up and down the mountain if I didn't leave him be.
You hid away while everyone else risked their lives.
That's that's what Havrick said, actually. Look, I'm not proud of it, but I'm no warrior. What am I gonna do? Throw a net on them?
That actually might help. And now you're worried about some fancy drink.
They say a single drop changes your life. You'll never want to have a drink of anything else. Probably that's all rubbish, but it's supposed to be very good.
Have you ever had hunting brew mead? I see.
It's delusional is what it is. Point of fact, what with you dealing with ogres and everything, maybe you'd, be willing to help me out.
Oh, bravo. Subtle indeed.
Averick keeps all the good stock in the inn cellar. Out of sight, you see. I mean, it's bound to be under lock and key, but I'm sure he wouldn't miss a single bottle. Not with everything that's going on.
What does stealing wine for you have to do with fighting ogres?
Well, Averick can be a little intimidating when it comes to his beverages. But otherwise, not much, I guess.
And what do I get out of this?
I'll pay you for it. I swear it. We'll split my wages. And the bottle, too, if you like. I just want to be able to say these lips have tasted the best the Ishamael Plains have to offer.
Anybody ever tell you you're a little strange, Rayfall?
Nothing so kind. You try living here a few years and see how you turn out.
I may be willing to, steal from the innkeeper to get this bottle. I mean, it's not like I have to kill anybody for it. Put some more things on the map here. Alright, let's pick this flower. Come down this way. Check out these two buildings. This must be the inn. Gref's Rest. Give me a mo. Alright. Yep, definitely the inn.
Feels like home. Only thing this place needs is some sliced blubber and a dozen romping foxes.
I've been to a party like that before, never again. Careful if you're new, the drinks in here aren't watered down. Papa says I'm not allowed to play with the other kids because we got in trouble.
Ooh, still can't feel my fingers.
Thirsk is still going on about that beast he's after. He should focus on ogres. Well, the ogres were, like, riding with wolves, so maybe he's got a good point to be worried about it. Heard the doors of Durga's battery died feasting, poisoned one another. Place wouldn't be the same without Kitty. Good on you for saving her. Shame about the guard, though.
Thought
Well, we
I'd
won't
found
talk about
shelter
that.
when I stumbled across this little village. Guessing you did too, huh?
Farah raises a frosty mug to you. Even though the warmth of the hearth reaches you here, her hands are wrapped in weirwool and her ears muffled by a hat. Her face has a taut, wind-beaten look of someone who's recently come from the road.
As much blood as there was in the streets, I'm lucky the ale's still flowing.
She takes a drink, and as she tilts her head back, you see a bruise purpling her jaw and a crimson bloom of scraped knuckles. What exactly happened to you?
Thought all the whispers about Durgan's battery were just village superstition. And maybe they are. But I might have been on my guard if I'd listened. I was part of an expedition, hunting for relics from Durgan's battery. We picked up a good haul, too.
She takes a slow swallow of her beer.
So it figures that's when the winds pick up and the sky starts dumping snow. We lost sight of the road. Meanwhile, something else found us. Took Liam out before we even realized we were surrounded. And then we see him coming out of the snow. These little four-armed wilder. Lagufoth, they're called.
Oh man, I think I remember Lagufoth from my previous go with this DLC. She shakes her head, staring at the embers in a fire pit.
Quick little bastards. Francesca and I held them off as long as we could, but when they filled her full of darts, I turned tail and ran. Found my way here and thanked my luck for escaping the Lagufoth. Then come to find out that this town's got an ogre problem.
She laughs bitterly. What are you gonna do now?
I need to get those artifacts. Not that I'm in any shape to go after them myself, but I can't afford to return to Defiance Bay without something to show for my expedition.
Apprehension creeps into her expression. She stares into her mug, swirling its contents.
But you know how to navigate the wilds. You'd be able to find your way out there and back with no trouble, I'd wager.
She looks up from her mug, hopeful.
I'll give you a cut for anything you bring back, of course. I ain't asking for charity. I just can't afford to go home empty-handed.
She brushes her nails along the side of her mug as that anxious look returns. Tell me what you're looking for.
Like I said, we were treasure hunting near Durgan's Battery when we were ambushed. What else do you want to know?
I'm going to take a moment to just examine your teeth, if you don't mind. I do that from time to time. Hi, this is my friend Zahwa. He hangs out in barrels full of fish. As Farah talks, you notice her teeth and gums are stained with dark spots. You recognize those spots as signs of swift use. Why are these relics so important to you?
We took out several loans to pay for our trip out here. I'm gonna have trouble if I don't pay them back.
She scratches the back of her neck. Remind me where I can find your caravan.
What's left of it should be near Durgan's Battery. If you stumble across the Lagufoth, you'll know you're close.
What do you know about Durgan's Battery?
Just that it's been locked up tight for 200 years on account of those dwarves having a row.
So, I'm guessing Durgan's Battery is sort of this game's version of Durlag's Tower.
Which means that any trinkets from inside fetch a nice price. Sorry, I'm more of a businesswoman than a historian.
Because it kind of feels like almost a tribute to it. Like there's this locked up ruin that's had a bunch of dwarves living there. It's very familiar. Never had much of a knack for knife throwing myself. Hey there, good timing. You can watch me trounce by... Whoa, that's the name. Beerthwin. Alcohol and sharp objects. This won't end well. Once, Andra. He won once. What are you playing? Because I'm apparently blind. Orlan's head. Andra grins sheepishly. That's what they call it anyhow. Smooth. You pick a target, see, nose or ears. Nose is worth more, but you've got 2 ears to work with. You get less points the further from the target you get. As for the mouth and eyes, no points if you miss. Fancy a game? 3 throws each, and whoever gets the most points by the end of it wins the wager. I'll put down 50 pans if you will. That's a little tasteless. What's wrong with it? Alright, let's play. Andra pulls a throwing knife from his belt, turning it over in his hands. Oh, is that supposed to be an Orlan? Okay, now I feel bad about this. Wagers 50 pans. You in? Let's play. Good man. I'll go first just to show you how it's done. Andred aims carefully and throws his blade. Knife hits the mouse, scoring 5. Andred walks up to retrieve the knife. Your turn. And I'm going to aim for an ear. Knife hits the mouth, scoring 5 points. Oh, I'm apparently very bad at this. I mean, I guess I got lucky, but still. Andred aims carefully and throws his blade. Knife hits the ear, scoring 7. Andred walks up and retrieves the knife. Well, let's go for the ears again, because I seem to hit other targets. Maybe I'll get lucky and hit the nose. Knife hits the ear, scoring 7. Andred aims carefully and throws his blade. Knife hits the nose, scoring 10. Anything you can do, I can do better. Aim for the nose. Hits the mouth, scoring 5. That's 17 for you and 22 for me. The game's mine. Coin 2, 100. Snickers. Come on back if you want to try again. Hey, it's an ogre slaying friend. Have they crowned you King of Stalwart yet? My friend doesn't mean to be an ass, sir. It just comes natural. I've met many people like that in bars. I'll be going. Well, no. Let's play it one more time. I wonder if it's going by my stats at all for this. Mr. Fancy Pants here. Let's play pool, buddy. I'll own your ass. Let's go for those. Hits the mouth. I wonder if my barbarian understands the difference between a mouth and nose. Hits the... Oh, jeez. Okay, this guy's on fire. I'm going to aim for nose again. Hits the... Oh, I did it. Alright, I need him to, like, miss or something. Hits the... Oh, jeez. So he just got maximum points. 22 for you, 30 for me. Okay, fine. Take 50. Whatever, dude. Hey, it's Kitty. Hi, I saved you. Remember me?
Oh, it's you. I'm so glad you came by. I hoped I'd have the chance to thank you properly. They told me what happened. God's bless you, sir. I owe you my life. I know it was foolish of me to run in there. But this ring is all that I have of my family.
How are you holding up?
Oh, I'm managing. Fenway's letting me stay with her until I'm back on my feet. Everyone's been lovely, really. It was hard seeing what's left of the house. But Rayfall says he's going to see a hut raised for me soon as they get the logs.
You're very, like, optimistic about everything. What's so special about this ring, anyway?
Sentiment, mostly. When he first settled here, my grandfather had a ring fashioned from the first batch of ore he excavated. It was supposed to commemorate his fresh start. He passed it on to his daughter, and my mother gave it to me in turn.
Maybe you can help me. I'm looking for some... Wait a minute. I'm looking for some Fenland liquor.
Funny. Rayfall was just in here asking after the same thing. Guess that stuff really is popular.
Don't put 2 and 2 together. Don't put 2 and 2 together.
Averick has some, but he says the Fenland stuff's not for sale. And he's rigged up the cellar like a battlefield trying to keep people out. Sorry. If anyone deserves a drink, it's you, sir. But I don't think I could convince him.
I'm not gonna get this woman to steal from me. I'll steal it myself.
We still have a decent supply of food and drink if anything else takes your fancy.
Farewell. I handle my own dirty work. I don't drag innocent people into it. That's my prerogative.
Owena! Go check on that Orlan. Make sure he don't steal nothing.
This large piece of stone is adorned with an engraving of a hammer and chisel, though the writing beneath is too worn away to read. Never turn your back on a battery. Walk backwards and pray to a bidden. We're nearly out of soup stock. Have to start boiling more fish heads. Here's to Hicks surviving another day in this frozen pit. I'll talk to the bartender in a minute. See who's on the other side here. Are the giants going to eat us? Maybe. Are giants going to eat us? Perhaps. Wish you'd been around when old Mayor Siniol was cleaning our coffers. Okay. Careful if you're new here. Drinks aren't watered down. Thirst is still going on about the whatever. Talk to you guys about that. You're just a villager. You looked important. Place wouldn't be the same without Kitty. Good on you for saving her. Does nobody have anything nice to say about the guard? The poor guard.
Never seen such a bloodbath. Feels like we got half the town's survivors in here, just drinking to forget it.
The dwarf surveys the crowd, his expression sober despite the half-empty flagon in his hand. He shakes his head and looks to you, remembering himself.
But you must be looking for some refreshment, too, after the way you handled them ogres. Or perhaps a room. Say the word, and I'll give that shifty little Orlan the boot.
He nods to you with gruff camaraderie. Cannot talk today. What Orlan?
Showed up a few days ago. Sticks his nose out of the back room just long enough to empty his chamber pot.
He squints towards the hall as if daring Orlan to show himself.
Up to no good, I tell you. I'd like nothing more than to see him gone, but I don't want to ruckus over it.
What makes you so sure he's trouble? You kind of sound like a bigot.
We get our share of lowlifes coming through here. Smugglers, fugitives, Kith looking to avoid the sharp eye of the law. Way he's keeping to himself, well, honest Kith sure don't have cause for it.
I could talk to him.
I'd appreciate it. And I suppose I don't need to remind you that I don't want you to hurt him. I'm sure you can find a more discreet way of handling the problem.
But if I did hurt him, you wouldn't care, right? Do I tell him about the liquor? I'm not going to tell him about the liquor. I'm going to try to actually get that liquor. I don't know how I'm going to do it.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
I need to get a room, actually, because...
Top quality bear
what's his
pelts
face
on
is
every bed.
exhausted.
You won't be disappointed.
+2 dexterity, +2 dexterity, +2 might. That seems like that would be nice. Actually, the golden whale lasts for 1 rest. 2 dexterity, 2 might, 2 constitution. Sure. We're rich. Alright. Worry about the bottle in a mo. I'm gonna have to let Sagani handle that one. Steel and steel. There's nobody in here. That's the way I like it. But I am in a...
I'm here.
Room with chests, so let's check for traps real quick. 35 gold. And a minor regen potion.
Yeah.
Ready, Watcher.
Excuse me, was there something you need?
She knits her fingers together and looks intently at the floor. Farewell. I only wish to tell you farewell. Hello, I hear there's an Orlan about. I guess I can take the fruit out of this thing and you're not gonna mind. That's cool. What is this grimoire? That could go in the stash. I might have actually already been in the stash.
Not to be rude, but I'm rather busy. Can't you get another room?
The Orlan turns and glances past you with a quick, nervous motion. His ears, shredded and scalloped at the edges, are pressed against his skull. Hayfrick sent me to check on you. He dislikes Orlan, so of course he thinks you're up to something.
He... what? Oh no. No.
He runs his claws through his hair and tugs at his long, ragged ears. Can't imagine why you'd think a thing like that.
Is she there? Did you see her?
He leans around you, peering at the doorway. Who are you talking about?
Devala. That woman. The slaver, she...
He swallows.
I was a slave in Raid Ceres. I ran away. Made it here. The mountains are usually the best place to lose slavers, but Devala's one of the best.
His hands tremble as he picks at his worn tunic. Zawa's face darkens. As long as slavers haunt his steps, there can be no freedom for his spirit. Well, I actually don't know if Stalwart would stand for this or not. I'm so sorry. Can I help?
I just want to get out of here. I've scraped together enough money to reach New Haelmar.
New Hailmore, that's hardly an improve. He stops himself eyes wide. I mean, it's lovely, you'll love it.
But the locals talk about a Raid Saren party camped west of town.
He wears it a ragged shirt sleeve.
It's got to be Devala. She's been after me since the foothills. I'll pay you if you can get rid of her. I don't care how.
I wonder if Devala is the fight that I remember from the last time I played this, where there were like a ton of enemies, and I died quite a few times on it before I finally killed them by coaxing 1 or 2 guys out at a time. I'll do it.
Thank you. But be careful. She wouldn't have come alone.
If it's who I'm thinking it is, and she definitely didn't come alone. I actually think that's not her. I'm thinking of somebody else. But yeah, we'll help him. We don't like slavers. Alright, let's see. Sagani, I wonder what the odds are you can get down to that basement and try to get this bottle. Let's sit here and look inconspicuous.
Ready, Watcher.
I didn't want everybody to go, but oh well. Looks like everybody went. Oh, hey. Is this the place?
Ready, Watcher.
I don't think this is the place.
Huh?
Teen League cheats like a devil, but he's good company. I used to play upstairs, but Teen League accidentally knocked someone into the fire pit. Alright. The hero of the hour, he laughs. Hayfrick sent you down to check on us? We aren't causing trouble, on my word. Who are you? Teen League. He raises his mug. Humble fisherman, though with the ogres coming down all the time, well, I'd sooner fish for truth down a bottle for the time being. What are you playing? Dozens. Care to test your luck? Each of us puts down 50 pans. 3 wins and you take the 100. Could explain the rules if you'd like. What are the rules? Simple enough, winner take all. We roll 3 dice each. Got 3 4s and that's the dozen. Beats all the other rolls. You roll anything else that sums to 12, that's the towers, second best. You roll any other triples, that's a godhammer. You get a pair, that's witnesses. 1, 2, and 3 is the saint, that's the lowest. Any other rolls is talkers, doesn't amount to anything, so you roll the dice again. You get it? Let's do it. I'll play. Teen League reaches forward to gather his dice. Right, here we go. Coins on a table. I'll pay 50. I'll let you go first since you're new. He chuckles. Hope you're not cheating me here. Cast the dice. 5, 5, 6. Witnesses, value 6. That's a double. Teen League rolls the dice. Witnesses, value 1. So why was my witnesses more? Because I had... Damn, your witnesses beats my witnesses. This round's yours. Teen League looks forward to gather, or reaches forward to gather up his dice. 3, 4, 6 talkers. That's nothing. 2, 3, 4 talkers. 3, 4, 6. 2, 2, 4. Damn, your witnesses beats my saint. The round's yours. Alright, so far I'm doing pretty good here. Roll a dice. Talkers. Witnesses, value 1. Witnesses, value 3. Okay, so it must be you get the doubles and then whatever the other number is the value. Okay, I get it. So he just beat me. Ha, my witnesses beat your witnesses. Looks like I win that round, but I won the whole thing, didn't I? This is it now. You go first. Oh, I thought there was like 3 rounds to this. I thought we just did round 3. Witnesses value 3. Witnesses value 1. Damn, your witnesses beat my witnesses. Ah, well done. The game's yours. Prize 2. Here you are. Gained 100 copper. Don't get too smug now. I'll best you next time. Okay, you're a polite sort. I was expecting you to, like, try to kill me because I beat you or something like that. While we're here, I don't suppose you know where a man could find some Fenland liquor. All Hayfrick's best is over there, but I wouldn't, friend. It's a mess of traps, and I should know. Nearly took my eyebrows off. Team League. Points a finger towards the nearby shelves. Odd place for a game. Is it? Hayfrick doesn't like me making a ruckus upstairs, so I get to sell her to myself, provided I don't go digging in the stores. It's a fair bargain, right, lads? We have our fun. Alright. So I need to get over here. Alright, well, Sagani, this is
Ready,
all
Watcher.
you, but I don't know if you're going to have enough mechanics for this. Alright, there's
Found
a trap. There's
something.
a trap. Everywhere, trap, apparently.
Get
Ooh,
careful.
man.
Havrick's very particular about his wines.
He's very particular about his traps, too, from looks of it. Oh, boy. Alright, Sagani, what can you do? Alright, she disarmed one. Did not disarm that one. This isn't looking good.
It's done.
Alright. I probably need to get that chest. An assortment of dusty vintages lines these shelves. Many date to before the War of Defiance.
It's done.
Ooh, okay, I may actually pull this off. Mead, potion of minor endurance, Fenland liquor. Alright. I want to see if I can get in this chest, though.
It's done. It's done.
What's in the chest? Alright, I'm not going to take anything other than this liquor. If I was going to steal a single bottle,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to disturb anything else. Make it as least obvious as you can, though apparently this guy is like all about his liquor, so he's probably going to notice this is gone. But he won't know it was us. Even though we were right there going down the steps. There was nobody else over here, right? Nah, okay.
Please tell me you found it. I've got a craving like you wouldn't believe.
Under lock and key is an understatement.
Wait, really? You did it! Oh, thank you! This is going to be great. Oh, and here's the money I promised.
100 copper, that's it.
To the Lord of Cadnua.
Rayfall raises the bottle and takes a long drink.
Oh, that's, gods, that's a bit strange. Here, have.
Oh, boy, this is poisoned, isn't it? Shit, is it poisoned?
What? No, it just tastes awful. Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick. Did you see that? See, I think my tongue is going, wait, I can't feel my face.
When I'm with
What's
you.
happening?
Maybe I won't be sharing that. Wait, no. Are you okay? Rayfall pauses his cheeks and then his nose with increasing desperation. A flailing finger catches him in the eye and he yelps and covers his face clumsily with both hands.
I think I bit but I can't feel a thing. This has to be Havrick's doing. He must have put something in the bottle. Please, you have to help me.
Shame, embarrassment, desperation, physical impairment. I must inquire about this recipe. What do you want me to do?
Havrick! That smug prick! He has to be behind it! He has to know how to fix this! Please, go speak with him! I'll give you every coin I have!
Okay, Sylvester. Well, this is pretty much going to implicate me. Maybe if I tell him that I was just passing by and I have no idea how I got this bottle, I'll be alright. Try that. I should just send him in to get it.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
Rayfall ran afoul of a certain bottle of liquor.
So that little bastard finally got up the nerve to snatch it, did he? Well, serves him right. Maybe he'll think twice about stealing a man's vintage now that he's dribbling all over himself.
How long will the effects last?
You'd think I'd chance poisoning him with something I plucked off a bush? I made the stuff myself. It's not gonna wear off until I make an antidote.
You'd really leave him like that?
You wouldn't. Rayfall's a schemer. If he'd ask someone to steal for him, then you can imagine what else he gets up to.
Even so, I'd like to help him.
Yeah, I bet he's ballin'. Look, I dabble in chemicals, but it's never something I can't fix. He's only a few ingredients from a cure. You want to help him out, all you need is a river reed in the heart of an ice troll. You ought to find both by water. That creek out west, for instance.
Wait, the heart of a what?
You heard me. Ice troll. Really, Rayfall's getting off easy. Those traps cost me a fortune.
Okay, I've never fought an ice troll before, so I'm gonna have to get the heart later, but I know I got some river weed. Read. The page unturned added. The quest expires in 2 days. I hope I don't have to go back to Cadenua for that. Now. The page unturned. A series of murders has shocked and terrorized the scribes of White Rock Isle. Sequestered in their island monastery in the boot of Andra, they've had little success reaching out to the mainland for help. Though renowned for their integrity and artistic talents, the scribes may be unknowingly harboring someone who is attempting to sabotage their work on forbidden books. Alright, so I can send somebody for that. Herodias has 23 hours, so I can't send him like I normally do. Kana, you don't have anything going on. Let you do it. At some point, I'm gonna have to do something with Eudoran. I might just let him go. I didn't really have a problem with what he did. I was just keeping him around so I could be like, yeah, I'm teaching him a lesson. I'm debating whether to keep the monk in for a while.
Zala is ready.
Because he's probably got stuff to say about the quests going on. Well, actually, they all probably do, but...
I will.
I don't have the foggiest idea how to use a monk. I think for now, I'm going to put Pelagina back in, and then we'll maybe get into Zahwa later when I go for that monastery or something.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
I'd like
Top quality bear pelt?
Actually, I wouldn't. I just want to take him
Very
out,
well. Put
Pelagina in, accept... X. Pelagina, you have to level up. Survival. Stretch here for a second. Alright, let's see. Greater lay on hands. Plus 59 endurance. 50.9 endurance over 60 seconds. Vielo Vidorio is a battle cry meaning swift victory used among the Firmas Mes Kank Suolius. Paladin uses flames of devotion. Nearby allies gain increased attack speed. Allied AoE plus 20 attack speed for 7.2 seconds. Flames of devotion. Okay. I'm actually wondering if there's a cap on how high you can get somebody's attack speed, because I've been doing everything I can to just constantly boost Liquid's attack speed. Turn him into a walking blender. Yeah, this is other stuff. I actually do want to see something. She got that Morning Star right now. I'm wondering if I should make you a knight. Weapon focus here. Gains more accuracy. Plus 6 accuracy. Two-handed style. Grants a damage bonus while wielding a two-handed weapon, melee weapon. That might actually be good for her because that's pretty much what she does. It's either going to be that or Flames of Devotion. In all honesty, I haven't been using Flames of Devotion that much. So I think I'm going to give her a two-handed weapon.